Report: CIA started Russia collusion hoax by asking foreign governments to spy on Trump campaign. Now, if y'all follow me back in my old channel when I was covering this, y'all would know that I've been said this. I've been told you this, that the CIA is behind it. That's why I said the CIA has to go. They are corrupt. They don't have our country's best interests at heart. They go after our presidents. Anybody that put America first, the CIA is going to come after. It's wild. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. But before we get started, go to hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. Has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store. Also, check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for news as well. All right, let's talk about this news from the Federalist. Great article written by Tristan Justice. Um, Federalist report that the Central Intelligence Agency, or CIA, set off the Russian collusion hoax in 2016 when U.S. intelligence officials recruited foreign governments to spy on Democrats' American political opponents. On Tuesday, Substack publications Public and Racket revealed new details about the origins of the Spygate hoax the U.S. federal government perpetrated on the Donald Trump presidential campaign. Quote, multiple credible sources tell Public and Racket that the United States intelligence community, IC, including the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, illegally mobilized foreign intelligence agencies to target Trump advisors long before the summer of 2016, the publications reported. The U.S. intelligence community asked the Five Eyes Intelligence Alliance to surveil Trump's associates and share the intelligence they acquired with U.S. agencies, says sources close to the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence, HSPCI investigation. Now, the Five Eyes, if you don't know, those are the five countries that work together. I know it's Great Britain, I want to say Canada, I think Australia, I can't remember the other two countries, maybe Germany. I can't remember the other two countries, but we share intelligence information. And they do this. This is a way, this is a workaround on how they end up spying on American citizens. Because legally, by law, the CIA cannot spy on American citizens. So what they do is they ask other intelligence agencies in other countries, the Five Eyes, to do it for them. So they ask, guess who? Great Britain to do the spying and set up stuff and things like that. And that's why Steele was involved and created the Steele dossier. They went to Great Britain to do all of this. Craziness. And I talked about this years ago. But they go on to say the Five Eyes Alliance refers to the global intelligence apparatus that includes the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom. That's what I forgot. It's New Zealand, not Germany. Um, After Public and Racket had been told that President Barack Obama's CIA Director John Brennan is evil incarnate. This guy is terrible. He was the director of the CIA, and Brennan was the main one behind all of this stuff. I mean, this guy is an evil dude. But John Brennan had identified 26 Trump associates for the Five Eyes to target. A source confirmed that the intelligence community had identified them as people to bump or make contact with or manipulate. They were targets of our own IC and law enforcement targets for collection and misinformation, the Substack reported. Unknown details about the FBI's investigation of the Trump campaign and raw intelligence related to the IC's surveillance of the Trump campaign are in a 10-inch binder that Trump ordered to be declassified at the very end of his term, sources told Public and Racket. Quote, if the top secret documents exist proving these charges, they are potentially proof that multiple U.S. intelligence officials broke laws against spying and election interference. Now, this is interesting. We know that they came and collected all of Trump's documents at Mar-a-Lago. And we know that Trump said that some of these documents he declassified before he left office. So I'm wondering if Trump was holding this proof that the CIA was spying on his campaign at his house, and this is the real reason why they went into Mar-a-Lago and confiscated all those documents. Makes you wonder, right? But Trump was impeached in 2019 allegedly for requesting a foreign power investigate his own domestic political opponent. House Democrats claim President Trump withheld nearly $400 million in U.S. handouts to Ukraine in exchange for Kiev establishing facts about Hunter Biden coordinated corruption for his father, Joe Biden. Trump was acquitted by the Senate in February 2020, and thank goodness he was acquitted. And now look what's going on. We've seen the Hunter Biden laptop. We know that the corruption and stuff that was going on with Hunter Biden, with Burisma over there in Ukraine, one of the most corrupt countries in the world. Trump asked them to investigate that stuff, and it had nothing to do about being a political opponent. It's about the corruption that was going on and the pay to play that Hunter Biden and his dad Joe Biden was doing over there. But the Democrats' first impeachment crusade against the democratically elected president followed the collapse of the Russia hoax, when Special Counsel Robert Mueller probe found not one person on the Trump campaign, let alone Trump himself, had colluded with the Russian government in an effort to win the 2016 election. But yet you still hear some people say that Trump colluded with Russia. They still use that. I don't get it. But a report from Special Counsel John Durham last year concluded the FBI had no legitimate reason to open an investigation. Instead, it was used as a pretext for U.S. intelligence agencies and congressional Democrats to hamstring their political opposition with sham investigations and impeachment, effectively nullifying the 2016 election results. President Joe Biden continued to engage in global influence peddling schemes while serving in the Senate and White House. He met with his son's apparent foreign corruption cutouts countless times. Investigators on the House Oversight Committee have discovered more than 20 shell companies that Biden used to funnel upwards of $20 million from foreign oligarchs to the Bidens in exchange for preferential policies. On Tuesday, former Biden family business partner Tony Bobulinski, and I did a whole report on that, even told lawmakers that President Biden sold out to foreign actors who were seeking to gain influence and access to Joe Biden and the United States government. He said, quote, Joe Biden was more than a participant in the benefactory of his family business, Bobulinski said. He was an enabler despite being buffered by a complex scheme to maintain plausible deniability. Why would you need 20 shell companies? The only reason you would have 20 shell companies is because you're doing something illegal with that money. But the House Select Committee on the Weaponization of the Federal Government, led by GOP Ohio Rep. Jim Jordan, is also investigating the CIA's interference in the 2020 election. A report from the Weaponization Committee last May revealed the CIA's central role in soliciting signatures for the infamous letter signed by former intelligence officials who sought to discredit Hunter Biden's abandoned laptop as Russian disinformation. In December, Chairman Jordan sent a letter to CIA Director William Burns demanding to know how many of the letter's signatories were on the agency's payroll. Great question. But, quote, we understand the former intelligence officials often return to the intelligence community under private contract for their previous agencies, Jordan wrote. And that's true. That's why they say you're never really a former intelligence official. But, quote, it is vital to the committee's oversight to understand whether any of the signatories of the public statement were actively employed by the CIA as contractors or consultants at the time they signed the public statement. And I guarantee the overwhelming majority, if not all of them, were probably contracted with the CIA or some or other intelligent community um, job. I guarantee they had something to do with the intelligence community. They didn't just all come out and decide to sign this letter and say that it was Russian disinformation. The Hunter Biden laptop is Russian disinformation. We all know that was false. But let me know what you think about that. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time.